Gomez Farias.
Well, this is a discussion about corruption
But he'd been able
and how complex it is.
But he'd been given-
Interview of Dr. Wilkie, biographer Dr. Olga Andrei.
Anyway, he had been given funds to set up the Center for Lucas Aleman, Centro Lucas Aleman. So he had money and he wanted to do something.
So who are we talking? This
Fausto
Alzate, yeah.
And who had been the CONACYT, when he had been the head of CONACYT in Mexico, which gives all the becas and grants. My student Alfonso Galindo got to know him, and Fausto said, "Why don't you be my representative in the United States?"
Right.
So Alfonso did.
Right.
So then, of course, Fausto got fired by the PRI because he didn't have any PhD, and he said he did. Signed letters, sorry you can't have a fellowship, you don't have a PhD, signed Dr. Fausto Alzate, and he never even had a licenciatura.
Wow.
So he had to drop out of politics and the government, he went to Harvard and was to get a PhD. The only degree he ever got was a PhD. He'd been admitted to Harvard, he just hadn't passed written the thesis. He'd passed the exams and everything. Well, Alfonso was there getting his MA. So they hooked up, and actually Fausto, I think most of the PhD theses were really written by Alfonso. So when Fausto got back and got this job from the PAN now, to be this director of the Lucas Aleman Center for Economic Development in Guanajuato, he brought in Alfonso to be his associate director. And of course, Alfonso knew we were giving conferences. He didn't really attend it. He just attended the one in Morelia, but he didn't have anything to do with it. So now we were in a position to get the governor to pay attention.
That's the Prof-Mex conference I organized in Morelia.
Fox already knew me since 98.
98.
For that conference where I closed it, talked about the complexity of corruption. And he knew I'd done the one you and I had done the one in Morelia in 97. So he was amenable to do the one in 2000. And then, of course, Tinoco was jealous to put Fox down. He one-upped Fox by holding another conference in Morelia. The governors were in competition with us for our services.
Right.
Anyway, that's the story.
Of the Prof-Mex conference in Morelia.
And in Guanajuato.
So the two conferences we organized in Guanajuato and Morelia.
We ran. But if we hadn't done the Morelia conferences, we would have never gotten the first conference. We would have never gotten the Guanajuato conference. Because we brought people from all over the world. We had the press was running.
How many people we had?
Oh.
I think we had like 400 or 500.
We brought in about 300 people from abroad.
Including from Romania, we brought in the rector from Babiș Bolyai. We invited him over. Nicolae something, I have him on a picture. And the Russian Boris Koval we brought in. And Alexandru Lazin, my brother, his wife, the kids, everybody. They spoke, lectured at the conference in Mexico, including on human rights.
They came in the second Tinoco conference, the second Michoacan conference.
At the second one?
Yeah, in 2001.
2001, when my mother died, yeah. Yeah, when my mother, Iosifchuk Magdalena, died in 2001, it was September 12th when she died. And we were organizing the conference in Morelia. I couldn't attend her burial. And this is a memoirs of Dr. James Wilkie. This is my project. I'm going to write about the ProfMax conferences. The president of ProfMax, Profesores para Mexico, that is the organization of 89 universities around the world. And I'm writing the biography of Dr. Wilkie at the same time.
It's 106, no more 112.
What?
I think 116 universities.
Yes,
Think tanks.
116. Yes.
106, 112 maybe. It varies by year.
Right. It varies by year. So when did you register ProfMax, Dr. Wilkie? When did you register the association that you're president of?
That was established in 82.
1982?
Yeah.
Here in Los Angeles?
Yeah. It was originally located at Stanford.
When you were teaching there?
No, I wasn't teaching there. We had the secretariat in there, and they handled all of the registration.
Ah, I see.
But then to get the nonprofit status, they found it. They set up the California Corporation. That was even earlier. That was 80. But I set up the nonprofit in 82.
So this is an offshoot from a corporation?
You have to be a corporation before you can become a nonprofit.
Right. Wow. And that's a law even today, isn't it? That's a law today too,
Right.
Dr.
Yeah,
Wilkie?
you corporate, yeah.
Yeah. Look at that shot there. Oh, what a beautiful shot.
What?
The city is so beautiful. That corridor there, it's very pretty. No? It's beautiful, pretty. It's the sky is so beautiful on the high rises. It's gorgeous, isn't it?
What do you think?
So when did you start teaching at UCLA?
1968.
Dr. Wilkie? 1968, huh? Okay. And when did you travel to Romania, where we met?
91. September of 91.
91. September 15th we met, isn't it?
September 17th. Got to when we met in
Siget.
Siget.
We met in front of the...
Hotel downtown.
yes.
And Jim Plattler went up to such a dank, stinky hole right next to a bar with reeks of cigarettes.
So Jim, tell me...
So that he went upstairs to look and came back and said the bathroom is a hole in the floor.
Yeah.
We can't stay here.
Wow.
In the meantime, you would approach me to ask for a ride. Because I was standing in front of the Opel, German Opel. The German Chevrolet.
This is Wilshire Boulevard. This is the most beautiful boulevard
And he would.
in Los Angeles.
He had come. He came. You were telling me you could read it. He came up to. Went back to Berlin. We're not going there.
So when did you start first teaching at UCLA?
1968.
And when did you started the program on Mexico at UCLA, Dr. Wilkie?
It's been around 1982 in there.
1982, huh?
Yeah, 80, yeah.
How many members did you have initially when you started it?
No, it was all the faculty members were automatically members who taught on anything on Mexico.
Wow.
Must have been something like 74 people. From
74.
engineering and psychology to... They weren't all basing their career on Mexico. They were basing their career on the studies which may have been done in Mexico. They did in Mexico. But they were really... Their discipline didn't allow them to focus only on one country. Like Ed Gonzalez in political science had to study Mexico, compare Mexico and Finland and third country. Mexico. Taiwan or something. It's because you had to have three parts of they had to have three parts of the world at that point. Then later they went into quantitative studies.
Quantitative studies. Mm-hmm.
But then they could still focus on Mexico and several countries. Try to see the differences that way. Okay, here we are. Our card is gone.
Gaston is happy.
Here's your card.
So this is part of a series on Dr. Wilkie's biography.
Where are you keeping all this stuff? You download
On
it?
my cell phone. On my cell phone.
So, you go from phone to phone?
No.
Huh?
No, I just
But
keep
how do
it
you
here.
keep it for good? Don't you store it someplace?
Yes, I'm storing it.
Where do you transfer it to?
It is called, it is Vimeo, it's called. I'm storing this on Vimeo as a biography, autobiography, the interviews. That's my specialty.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's get a card.
Today, for 5th of July, 2014, Woodland Hills, California.